Hey everybody, Chris here. So who's buying Dogecoin? I think a lot of us are. These are good prices. These are prices we could only have dreamed about over the past 6 months. And here we are right in the middle of it. Dogecoin stabilizing over 9 cents, Bitcoin over 30,000, Ethereum over 2,000. We'll see whether those support levels hold for those three coins, but that's kind of what we're looking at right now. Still a lot of heavy volume of trading happening in the markets. And I don't know, overall, there's still kind of negative news overall in the markets. And that may continue on through the summer. So cryptocurrency has to trade against that negative news. We also have, it's Friday as I'm recording this, one more day of stock trading, and then we have the weekend. Without the stock trading over the weekend, there could be another dip coming in the markets on the short term as cryptos will have to fend for their own without the stock market. That could be a challenge. But Dogecoin, looking at where Dogecoin is overall, still 10th in coin market cap and holding pretty well. Recovery from a dip that came down to about 6.5 cents. That was painful to see. I heard on Twitter some of you bought around 7.5 cents, so good for you. I think that was a good price. Will it go back and check that price? It may. That's something to be ready for. I don't know. A lot of people don't seem to have a lot of fiat cash just sitting on the side waiting for dips. Most of us have already bought and we're in the market and don't have a lot sitting on the side. But I'd definitely like to hear what you think about how your strategy is for waiting for dips and buying for dips, and whether you do hold Tether or another stable coin, hopefully not USD, and or cash in an exchange waiting for the dips to happen to buy, or do you just, when you have available cash, you put it on the exchange and you buy? It'll be interesting to hear, so leave a comment below. Also, please subscribe to my channel while you're there, and give the video a like, because that's always appreciated. Get more people to watch the video and support what's going on, especially with Doge, because there's good things ahead for Dogecoin. So let's take a look at the charts and the news, and I will show you what I'm looking at. So starting here at the Dogecoin chart, this is the daily chart. This is typically what I go back and I check on to look at buy signals. And what I see here is on the RSI down here, we see the RSI has dropped below 25. That right there is one of the first indicators that this is a buy opportunity. When you see on the daily, the RSI dropping below 25. Now this is on TradingView, so if you have TradingView, this is the free version. Go to tradingview.com and you can get these charts and look at them yourself, and you can see. And you just set up the RSI as one of your indicators. This is the relative strength index, and you can look at this yourself, and you can see that it's dropped below 25. That is the buy signal of one of the things that I look for when I'm looking at trading. So this is on the auto, on the main chart. If we go to the logarithmic and we look at the logarithmic and zoom, we also see that RSI is down, not quite as low, but it is definitely down. And on the logarithmic, what I'm looking at is this downward channel. And what we need to see in the downward channel going forward is whether we're going to see this trade come back up. This 1330 line, again, this was support back in January. We had support, finally dropped below 1330, became resistance for a little bit, broke back up above, became support, and then broke back below and became resistance. So 1330 is still a strong line, even though we're sitting down here just over 9 cents. But that's what I'd be looking for in terms of where Doge could be trading sometime soon, is coming up to that 1330 line. What we have is Bitcoin over 30,000. So Bitcoin there, 37.5 is my resistance target on Bitcoin, but Bitcoin right now at 30. Could Bitcoin trade down back below 30,000, be in the 29s and 28s? That could definitely happen, and we'll be looking for that. But look at Bitcoin also on the daily. Its RSI has dropped below 20 there. So that's one of the indicators of buy opportunity again. So that's the basic chart and what the chart is looking at on the daily. In the news, one of the most recent things is Elon Musk has temporarily put on hold the Twitter deal. He says, pending details supporting calculation that spam fake accounts do indeed represent less than 5% of users. Now, there are many who are just saying that that is bullcrap and that this is tied into something else going on. Either Elon has decided that in the end he doesn't want to go through with the deal and this is an excuse that he's making up, or he thinks that he could buy it at a lower price than what his initial offer was. I don't know which way this is going to go. It could be one of those two, or he could just be getting out. Right now, pre-market, the Twitter stock, the stock market hasn't opened yet, but the Twitter stock is way down pre-market. There were some who were guessing that something like this was going to happen and were shorting Twitter stock. A lot of people were buying Twitter at $46, $47 a share, thinking that that's easy money if the buyout is at 54. So you're guaranteed to make a profit on that. But as we know, there's no real guarantee in anything. Those thinking that the Terra UST stablecoin was guaranteed profit if you bought it at 70 cents, and when it gets back and repegs to $1, that would be easy guaranteed money. Not. And I tweeted that I didn't think that was necessarily going to happen, and it certainly didn't. Unfortunately, what's happened with that whole Luna crash is incredible, and others like CoffeeZilla are covering that in much more detail on YouTube than what I could get into. However, with Binance suspending the trading of Luna last night, I was really upset of the way CZ sort of laid that out on Twitter, saying that he had Binance suspend the trading in order to protect the users, but that was after the 99.9% crash. What are you protecting then? Should have protected the users before then. You're not protecting the users. If the team is really trying to rebuild Luna and the Terra ecosystem, suspending the trading now doesn't really help that, in my opinion. Regardless of what you think of Dogecoin and how Luna and Terra was all set up, still, I don't think that that's fair for the users. But this with Elon Musk and Twitter certainly raises others' concerns about Elon Musk and what his intentions are in anything. And it doesn't look good for Elon if he backs out of the deal, I think, over something like spam fake accounts, because that's ridiculous. He wasn't getting into Twitter just to eliminate spam fake accounts. There was a whole nother reason, like freedom of speech, that he was talking about, and this has nothing to do with that. So this is an excuse, I think, for something else that's going on, and we'll see how that plays out. Benzinga this morning, Dogecoin stages sharp recovery. What's driving it? Well, what's driving it is that people think that the crypto markets have hit the bottom. This was the big dip, and people are buying. There's heavy volume. People are buying in, and the price is starting to go back up. That's what it is. Up 23% over the last 24 hours. That's pretty good. It's up 10% against Bitcoin over the last 24 hours. So we're starting to see Dogecoin had a much bigger drop than what Bitcoin had. in the dip, but Dogecoin is recovering a lot of that in comparison with Bitcoin. And I'll get into that in another video about that, the relationship between Bitcoin and Dogecoin again, because I've been tracking that for some time now. Billy Marcus, the co-creator of Dogecoin, has come out and has been very vocal about how crazy the whole crypto market is, and it's stupid and idiotic, and that's kind of his message over and over again. But he's really been pounding on Luna, especially. And last week, one Luna you could buy 500 Doge, but now one Doge gets you 2.7 Luna. Well, actually, one Doge now gets you like 2 million Luna because the price is just 0.0000. It's like a Shiba Inu price now for Luna. So, and it's not funny, and I just joke about that with Sheeb, and I'm sorry, I'm not making fun of people who lost money on Luna, because that's not what I'm getting at. But you get what Billy's saying here. It's a crazy crypto market, and anything can happen. So only put in a crypto investment what you're willing to lose, and that's it. I mean, and this is the perfect example of that. Here's a Cointelegraph article. Dogecoin eyes oversold bounce. Doge price gives up 90% of yearly gains. Well, 90%. I mean, a year ago, right? Doge was up at 70 cents, 75 cents high. And so that's what they're comparing. They take that 75-cent high and you go to the 6.5-cent dip. That's where they get the 90%. So those are the extremes. And yeah, for an art, these authors of these articles always put that in there, like what's the percentage from the absolute high to the absolute low? 90%. Okay, so but Dogecoin isn't crashing like Luna on the 99.99%, but it's still, yes, if you take those extremes, Doge is down there. But we've already seen this 20% recovery since then, and it's increasing even more now as it's trading. So, and I showed you the oversold on the chart, the RSI down. That is an indicator of oversold category, where that is one signal that it's a buying opportunity for Doge. So with Dogecoin having recovered this far, so far, what we're looking at is whether these gains can continue, or we're going to start a new sideways trading trend at these lower prices. That's kind of what I think we're going to be seeing for a little while. I don't see Dogecoin trading immediately back up to like 13.3 cents, which is my heavy resistance line that I've got there. I don't see that happening right away. There's going to be some big catalysts that are going to come, and I think it's going to wait for those. As we see, Twitter may not be one of those, so we'll have to see how that plays out. There could be some negative backlash to Elon Musk because of that. We'll see. But overall, Dogecoin as a currency will continue to grow in use, and we'll continue to see more and more companies accepting Dogecoin as payment. So that's what I see for Doge going forward in the short term and medium term. And long term, a lot of us are in this for the long term. We know Doge is going to be around for a long time. It's not going to go crashing to zero like Luna or others. It's got the history, and it's going to go forward. So we're okay with that. And will Dogecoin eventually get to 75 cents or even $1? It could. You never know with this crypto market what's going to happen. Could take a while, certainly, but a lot of us are holding on that, and we'll continue to use some of our stash to tip, to buy things. That's going to continue to happen. And when you buy something with Doge or you tip with Doge, when you have a little more fiat money, you just buy some more Doge and you replace your stash. Let me know in the comments below what you think about Dogecoin and its price, and are you buying? Give the video a like. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.